Going through is John McDermott. Is this the winner, perhaps? It's over the bar. Barry Callahan.
He's got Canavan beside him. Canavan goes for the goal. Canavan the scorer.
Welcome to our live Sunday game. Today it's the second of the All-Ireland football semi-finals between Meath and Tyrone. And here's the scene at Croke Park this afternoon as we look forward to this match to see who meets Mayo in this year's All-Ireland football final. A beautiful day here in Dublin today. It may not be, I gather, quite as nice where you're watching this, but it's a sultry, warm day in Dublin. Perfect conditions for today's match, not just the senior final, but also, of course, the minor semi-final. That's between Donegal and Laois, and that coming up in just a few minutes' time. Well, shirt-sleeve weather here today as Donegal supporters, Tyrone supporters, everybody mixes here at Croke Park in what is already becoming a din of atmosphere here. Very warm day for playing football. We have to see how that affects the performances on the field. Now let me introduce you to my panel here in the Nally stand today. Now brace yourself, because Martin McHugh this afternoon is coming to you in full Technicolor, and we also have Tony Davis with us as well. Martin, I'm sure you're looking forward to this like myself. Huge Tyrone support already down around Jones Road and around Croke Park here today.
Michael, they take great colour with them everywhere they go, and they want this All-Ireland badly. The fact is they haven't won in All-Ireland. Derry, Donegal and Down have won one. They want one badly. But they've taken great colour. A lot of them have travelled down this night. The Meath supporters are not coming to today, you know, and they've taken great colour, and everywhere they go. I mean, the final atmosphere they've played in Ulster has been great.
For Tyrone today, they regard this match as a bit of a mission. As you said, they want to be back into that All-Ireland final again.
Yeah, they badly need to get back, and they feel if they get back into the final that they'll win it, which I believe they will if they can get there. Today's match is going to be a big one for them. They have to show that they're capable of doing it. Their performance against Derry was very good, but the Ulster final performance wasn't up to scratch. Down, if they get the goals early on, could have beaten them. But they are the best team in the country at the moment, so it depends just how they cope with the occasion, on the pressure of being favourites. And I think that they're good enough that they take the game and take it early on and get plenty of ball into Peter Canavan and Kieran McBride in the full forward.
Okay, well, Tony Davis, as we look at the two minor teams and the Laois team standing and having their picture taken at the moment, let's just briefly consider Meath's prospects. Most people expect Tyrone to win this match, but we saw last week at Mayo prove that nothing is certain, is it?
That's true, and I suppose you can equate Kerry's performance with Meath today. Meath were driven. After the drubbing they got against Dublin last year, they were driven. It was their one objective to go out and beat Dublin this year. And you could equate today's game as well, you know. Meath, they really will have to improve on their last game. They'll have to have a few bigger performances, and I think Tyrone are a better all-around team. But Tommy Dowd, Graham Geraghty will have to be better than he was the last day. I suppose he was sick in the Leinster final, but they will have to improve all around. But I think Tyrone on the balance are an overall a better team, and Meath, although they have the will to win in the fight, they'll find it very hard to overcome Tyrone.
Okay, well, gentlemen, thank you very much for the moment. Now, our match commentator today, as ever, is Gerard Canning. Colin O'Rourke will be assisting him in the commentary box. Let's join them for their thoughts for the moment.
Thank you very much indeed. Yes, welcome down here. It's a gorgeous August sunny afternoon here, but there is this threat of rain later on. What about the wind conditions today, Colin?
Well, I was out there in the middle of the field and the wind seemed to be blowing quite strongly towards the canal goal, but now it seems as if it's turned around, so it's a sort of a typical Croke Park wind. It seems to blow everywhere within the space of a few minutes, but I would think that whoever gets the win wins the toss will play with the wind, because the threat of rain on the forecast is that the wind will die down. So I would think that whoever wins the toss will decide to play with the wind, whatever direction it happens to be blown at that particular time.
Now, of course, you're an absolutely neutral commentator with me this afternoon. Everybody knows that. There have been plenty of rumours as to who's going to pick up Peter Canavan. What's the latest one you've heard?
Well, I'm totally neutral in favour of Meath, I suppose. That's the best way to put it. But yes, there is some speculation that Darren Fay mightn't play on Peter Canavan, but you know, I was talking to Sean and the lads last night. They had a bit of a kick around in Dalgan, and I don't think there's any truth in that. I think Darren Fay will start on Peter Canavan as selected.
Great pressure, of course, on both teams, but Tyrone in particular, they delivered this year in Ulster once again, and now they've got to get by this latest hurdle.
Yes, this is very much a means to an end with Tyrone. They see that the All-Ireland is really the thing. Meath, on the other hand, a young team, they have won Leinster. They think the pressure is off. They're after playing here 3 times. They're getting used to the place. The players are confident, they're fit, and they're very hungry. And, you know, I can see our lads going out there and giving a great battle to Tyrone.
And of course the role of the two captains very central to the overall outcome of this match.
Yeah, neither of them have actually excelled this year as much as in other years. I think Peter Canavan, by his own standards, has been relatively quiet in Ulster. Tommy Dowd got a bad wallop in the Leinster final and didn't play as well probably later on as we would have expected him to. But both men have a crucial role to play today. Obviously, if Peter Canavan gets the better of Darren Fay, you know, it could look curtains for Meath. Similarly, at the other end of Tommy Dowd could point Meath towards a victory.
OK, we're looking forward to it. It should be a fascinating match to see who plays Mayo, of course, in this year's All-Ireland final. But first, there's the little matter of the minor semi-final. That should be good as well. Donegal against Laois. Back to Michael.
There is that, Ger, and we'll be talking about that to our panel just presently. But Ger was right there in saying that there is a threat of rain here today. But looking around Croke Park at the moment, it's almost impossible to imagine that there could possibly be rain as we watch the sun blaze down on the green sward at the moment. OK, let's go back again to our panel. And Martin McHugh, of course, will have an insight into the Donegal minor team. Sailed through the Ulster final right up until, or through the Ulster Championship, right up until the final, and struggled then in a replay.
Yeah, they struggled against Derry in the Ulster final, but it's a good Derry team. They were picked of the 2 colleges up there who won. Chimpacha won the McGrory Cup. And they did struggle, but Kieran Brown was missing for the first match, the midfielder, and he's back to full strength today, so he'll make a big difference because he's a big tall lad. It's a good Donegal team, and I think if they perform to the potential, they'll be hard to beat. Laois, of course, on the other hand, have 8 of last year's team there, so they're a big, strong team as well, and there's a lot of word about Laois. This is a very good minor team, Laois minor team, so it doesn't make it a good match.
Johnny, this Donegal team is based on the vocational schools team, which won the All-Ireland earlier on in the year, so obviously they're quite useful.
Yeah, there's 10 in the team that played here in the vocational final. They beat Kerry Bay Point that day, and then there's 5 lads from Letterkenny and Ballyshannon Bundoran mixed up to the college teams. It's a good team. They played well that day, but they were lucky enough maybe to beat Kerry. They have the experience of playing at Croke Park will help them, because Laois have that experience as well, but that will help them, that experience. They're a good team, and if they perform to the way they're capable of, I think they're capable of doing it.
Johnny Davis, let's look at the Laois side of the story. Now, Westmeath won the minor All-Ireland last year, so I think Laois will probably be looking to that and see can they also pull off a victory of that nature themselves.
Yeah, to be good for the so-called weaker counties for Laois to win it. They did well this year, beating Wexford, last year's All-Ireland champions Westmeath, and Dublin after a replay. And I think to do the football very good in Laois. Players to watch out for will be Noel Garvin, Chris Conway, centre forward, and Danny Duke at full forward. They performed very well from this year, and to give a great boost to Laois football if they could win.
Laois will also be mindful of the fact that when Westmeath won last year, it took a right battle for Westmeath to get over Laois previously in the championship. So Laois weren't that far off the mark themselves. No, they weren't, and this year they've performed very, very well. Good scores, goals, a lot of goals. So I think Laois could do it this year, Marty. I think they'll beat the Northern team for a change. Well, interestingly, like as in Ulster, Tony, there was also a draw in the Leinster final, but when they played Dublin in the replay, they beat them by 13 points. Yeah, it is significant, really. I suppose maybe they didn't believe in themselves in the first game when they played Laois, but that confidence they should carry in with them today, and it should stand them in good order. Martin, we've often made the point about minor matches that any kind of form that you get coming up to Croke Park suddenly can go out the window. You can see total turnabouts altogether. Yeah, minor matches is all about who performs well on the day, Michael. That's what it's all about. It's something to hear Tony on about the weaker counties. Donegal have never contested a minor final, so we class ourselves as one of the weaker counties there as well. And it'd be great for the county. We need a boost up there as well as everybody else. And but as you say, it's all about form, how they perform on the day. And the team that starts well normally in a minor, teams hold on. Teams normally at minor level don't come back because the heads kind of go down a bit. So the start will be very important. But we're very hopeful. It's a good minor team. They're big, strong. They've got the good players in the right position. David McGinley has been scoring well from frees and from play. So it's got the makings of a good minor game. And normally minor matches are good and open, and we should have a good match with the conditions and everything. Apart from McGinley, who else might we watch out for in this team? Well, you've got Kieran Brown in the middle of the field. Adrian McClafferty has been playing very well at centre half back, and Eamon Redden, who's got a big job today, has been doing well at full back. And my own club man, Michael Higgerty, the right half back, is a very good player for my own club, Kilcar. But I think all round it's a balanced team. There's no real stars, and it's a balanced team, which is good at minor level to have that. Well, gentlemen, whatever about the threat of rain for later on in the afternoon, conditions, Tony, are perfect here for this minor match. Yes, absolutely perfect.
I suppose we've had rain in all the games so far this year in the championship, and if you could order a day, this is perfect. The grass looks well, the crowd, the colour. I think it's a perfect day for good football, and let's hope we'll have a good game in the final. Even though I believe it will be tight, and I wouldn't be surprised if there was sparks flying around the middle of the field. I think it will be closely contested with passion and pride, and I think it might be open in the last third of the field, but around the middle of the field to be totally congested and to just be dying on the brakes, and will to win will win it in the end of the day.
Watching, we saw Laois in a huddle there a moment ago as they make their final preparations. It is interesting, obviously Donegal are being supported by Tyrone as well here today, and Laois by the Meath supporters, but the Tyrone supporters are much more vocal in their backing of Donegal, I note.
Yeah, well, all Ulster counties back each other when they come down here, which is great. We've great passion up there. There's great rivalry between us up there, but when you come down here, we're all together, which is great. But I think that, it's great for Donegal to have Tyrone here today to give them good back, and there's a lot of Donegal people here as well. But as I said, it's got the makings of a good match, and look at even taking the senior thing with the conditions today. We need a good match. We haven't had good. The hurlers have had some great matches. We need a good match, and with games going out live on TV this year has been great, and with the soccer in England starting yesterday, so we need things to compete with that now, and today is the first day we're going to compete with it, and hopefully we get two good matches here today.
Well, Martin, it must be said that last week's minor match was a fairly good affair, and we had some entertaining football, and that we look forward to more of the same now as we join our match commentator for this minor match between Donegal and Laois. We say good afternoon to Micheál O'Shea.
Gur maith Michael agus Sinead fuirin ónan álansan agus ní raidig le hosúd dul cho fada le Craibh na Héireann go fóil Craibh buite cúig bátacha agus Sinead an Irin an son agus mar a bhí Martin rá Adrian McLafferty I gimmert an bhas líne lechúil a lá slí agus Kieran Brown eistéis I bheith gortathe David McGinley agus Chirichúil agus fi sé cúlín aimsithe I gisiúd go dísa Sinead cuidas na bullies mhóra a bheith go agus denúrachas a go bhfuil Craibh na Adam scoile na buite níos túisce im léanach agus Sinead an lochtaíochta an son agus muintead ónan áil Gircuil an sa a barca chrócaig díadach he mar bhí fuidir Laoise níos túisce agus iad a súil go néideog le Craibh na Héireann a aimsiúd an giad bhát agus Sinead ionadathe Laoise an sa agus iad súd at nó leis an lámór agus seo I an Irin agus an tópánach Martin Buggy mar lán cholí sé bliana díag Laois agus is harasóige a báid ce Brian McDonald istig sa chuine sé bliana díag siúd chomá agus Martin Delaney an captain a bhí gorstathe an Irig eis a lá páirce agus 8 a chud an bhuiireann a bhí an Irig acu. Panéal an láidir rá Éireann an bheith fadiad agus deidig le Laois dul cho fada le Craibh na Héireann rá uid agus dianta go maithacha ach hepara an dáhuair dianta go maithacha go dísa agus an réitóir na Niall Barrett an son amo a lá páirce agus an corcaíoch agus mar a bhí colmórúis go rá an roi a casa timppel an sa is deachar a rá céilis a bheith sí cabhrú is séide I dó chól na canálach inis bhí sí is séide na bhallasta seo cúg nómataí ó hin mar sin I gúagach go maithan sa agus an bhríanana tainmh anna lá fad chun pelle agus sníad an cehar lá páirce agus iad anna chumasach Kieran Brown agus Barry Monaghan Macta O'Neill Monaghan a mocha lá páirce a ónan áil agus Martin Delaney agus Noel Garvin the Laois agus sníad lochtaíochta híróin agus iad súd nó leis a tarna chluthe an moltóid an sa agus is geall an head catanáde agus tús cura leis a gluthe le canis agus dúnan áil an ónsaí buirteisteach sa chúine an sa go dtí an lámtasach David McGinley cehar fi sé go dísa agus an chiad her chic nóthe ag a hénig agus seans má go bheith hénig hoping count sa chomá. David McGinley agus dúnan áil agus cúil aimsithe is na chlóthír fadacha a chamáin in ag gcuide cóscóir le deireadh chiad lá díreach mar a bhí Laois in ag á clia. Seo David an bhaid sin chiad scór sa chlóthe le canis builte stechaige agus builte sáirthistig I míle bháide agus Lanta Machanson ag Martin Buggy macha Joe Lord na páirce builte ón Delaney go Dassanson ag gród mar Cananáin Parna Gaeltachta ó Naibh Colombo is Stechanson go dtí Joel McGillicara agus anna hansa go Joel lechan Shanson Curamú Joel Carr Chirimáistrí agus big a fórsúd Émar ag immert sna mini sevens orthe ag INTO níos déanaí inniu ach seo cúlbáide Laoise Robert Darby Fear an láidir agus na lánta sa áirithe ag dúna ó hena hain. Peadar Mackay imitheisteach mar Laois agus David McGinley imitheimeach sa chúine. Agus Laois déanta ag McGinley an son, sér kick nóthe ag Padraig Langton. Padraig Langton buinte go holcaigh agus seothe. Barry Brown, Jehoid, Hieráin, Hallápáce, Monaghan, builteisteach go dtí Rory Sweeney agus seothe David McGinley, ag imirteistigh sa chúine, agus builte go siúd an chéad scóil ag David McGinley. Ó Mehánán, ceithre fú seach sa chléibh chomórtas go dtí sa, annach rion ar fad orda midóid agus sin dianta go maithige duine an gúir athá ar a bhuiireann ná raibh ag imirteis na gailim scoile na Sinead David meachtarsteach ar ruthar i bhí ceithre Dollar in ons saí Bachtan son ag Brian McDonald an téasóige ar a báirce chu ó gánach stébli an a díag díis bhuilte go maitheisteach a Laois agus call an son Stephen Kelly agus gan roch chuine lei sin an tógánach Brian McDonald a dhéine sin Sinead Stephen agus anna hásta lei sin Laois corach an cínige cúl in isig Laois agus cúlín a bháin ag tír-chonel Laois agus Stephen Kelly ó chláiste na Laoiseach Seothe an chaid builteisteach ag Brian McDonald agus í titimistig sa ceart nóigeadson agus Stephen Kelly aimsithe go deasaige agus istechan líontán. Séir kick ar a dheibhile an báirc, Martin Buggy amach go dtí Noel Garvan. Chur a bheras aige sin inis go dtí Derek Conroy ag imirt an 3 bliain agus bhuilte roiad ar hir na lábha léige. Seothe 3 bliain Derek ag imirt leis na minúir cosú le Chris Conway athá ar a nachad slot. Mar sin kick amach David Green i rua bhéalacha seannig a bhí sa chólan aig áchraibh ina éireann leis na gaidim scoilena chraibh ola agus sra ola buitige agus ag imirt sa chól do hín siir i rua bhéalacha seannig agus sehéad fear fuair a cúl Stephen Kelly istechan is go dtí Danny Doug trí sé díag go dtí aige sa chraibh chomórtas an bhaid sé cúlín eile Danny Doug ruada ar hir na lábh idirse. En an chaide bhla crín go maith leis a dáchais Denny an a dheasóig an bátasan ach roiada a ríis. Annach bhád san éir an son ag Noel Garvan agus seothe Derek Conroy amach go dtí Niall Collins ruhará dhéanamh an óbánach sa Niall Collins seans ar scór Niall a bhla na caide anagas Harris a drafán an nacholaí deisiil Niall Collins agus é sin dianta go maithige buíon fé í seo ceardíag go seachtdíag agus de chréibh ile éireann féile buite ige seo agus de chréibh Hóchar Lion chomá ag imirt le Port Laois agus chréibh chóntaí buite go súd chomá Níl ó Cleáin agus cúl curva idir na fórlige. David Green amach a Joe Lord na pobaice. Barry Monaghan agus dí curva bheras aige. Sinead Laois ar an ómslí ríis ar dacarí nó gánach Brian McDonald. Gimar cuma. Bhuilte go deas leisteach go dtí Martin Delaney captain na fórne. Chance go Delaney lena Chitóig. Bhuilte go hála na fórne Martin Delaney. Captain na fórne. Agus daga tu go hiige Laois sin bhí sé siúd gortathe an rig agus annach chailúnta bethe nuair a bhí trí iarachta chu an aig na híar bhí an rig seothe a ríiste ar a talamh an son éirithe na hasamh captain fórne leanna stéir dúis agus an son lena Chitóig anna fólín aimsithe agus áchraibh Lion agus siúd le áchunta ag fiúla na Padraig an uig agus Scoil am ráthar a Port Laois chomá. Dimar sé fa ís le chunta na mí chomá. Steir cici bheith ann de hír chonel inis. Timpele. 16 meter, maar gewoon een goal heen. Hallo Hegerstik, Gilhare, Farna Galtochte. Wiltige Chinach, Sarkig Machensen, David O'Hara. Amachkeri Martin Delaney. Danny Drew, Graham, Wiltige Halden, Brian McDonald, met het happige Rohin. Een Poos Gerritsen, maar Shane O'Donnell. Wondorein, Bertige Zood, dat is mijn store Leeshenson, Gabriel Lawler. Sastig maar Lena Eden Bedisa. Ik kom weer het dat Shane O'Donnell. Wondorein. Agus Shahe Danny Duke. Anna Friener Fat aus na Serfikene. Agus Anna war heute noch Trauma. Hier maar David McGinley der wel die kans wat geholpen. Wat te Michel agus. Ireens Troy won all the council Havoil. Barry Brown go with the high Kieran the block party and the person to give it to the next slot. What to start on the gaggy. Rory Sweeney. Exeter Trasna Rishenson, David O'Hara. David Fivro, Chancey, David McGinley, Colin Parkinson, Rimishama. Colin Mustafgadi, Kevin Fitzpatrick. Kombracht dat Devline. Dus even een bra fattige sugar say, Anna Luford. Parkinson is Stafgadi, Danny Duke, Bunch of Ogre Dexonson. Iman Witten, Pachter Ashige. Rupert Skamage. Axel Pass, Pachter Gressig, Martin Delaney. Lena Katori, that's Coney all in it. On Tom down, Lena Katori. Pachter in the phone there. Martin Delaney. Martin Kukulini, idir na fórne. Agus Anthony Malloy, idir da bhaile. A bhuaig Craib na Héireann. Don Diadú Riamh, ón an áil, chéidir bliain ó hinne, thugann coran leis. Agus Dírig, dul chomh fada leis gluthe canis, leis na minúir, don Diadú Riamh. Cúg chraibhóla go dísa, ach teipithre go fóil, dul chomh fada leis na Baltaí canis. Shahe Brian McDonald and Torganach on Farasogi de Bark Kukas, a Gimmert Kukumasa, Stakadi Kevin Fitzpatrick, Chancey Kevin. Well to go hard to get Kevin, well to go Hulk. Chaperon on Baltason and Kevin Fitzpatrick. Well to Mark Mahanson, I guess. Shahe Adrian McLafferty and Cooley's foul, daar hebben we kussen. Geef gemoord Skudisa. Wordt de sterke dessen, son Goody Joel Carr. Hebben de game match 3. Vijf meter maar. En die hebben geheel aan de bestag. En zorgen de glotig David O'Hara. Aan de gossenta. En dan we gegens. Teppe Erwarten Bogey Martian kick. Goed verder gestart. Agus meachta stach Joel Carr agus cymryd sŵl anna hir David O'Hara eisiau dianta go maithige agus yn son hemach cic cwy fedr agus stahad. Marshall, Desig dôn yng ngawl, Shehe, David McGinley, bwyrta stachige gyda Shane O'Donnell, Machta Noel agus fachta edasig y hyn. Anna Blana Amachadson, Chris Conway. Agus eisiau dianta go maithig Chris Shehe is riw blian yn y fyd yn choma agus is riw blian i gysio choma Derek Conroy. Derek yn eisiau mechta rwhal. Mae'r gyn ydy sach na hymra ond waisiau sgôr. Derek yn ach gyffôl agus ond Montoid ar o gywyn yn ymwyr cwcys gêm yna. Dianta'n synnige gan an chaid effiabach. Drohieracht agus Shehe Niall Collins. Gyda Martin Delaney. Und der Leische gimmert gemacht. Stachert John de Carnoig agus Council gyda'n Danny Duke. Danny eisiau dianta gach chwmysach ag Danny. O'r dymyd o oedach. Nid eisiau bwyd yr oba ag Martian Hain. Hansig ag y ffwyl. Agus anna Hansig ffôl o wen. Anna Pavoil yn syn ag David Green. O'r Pavoil ag yn gŵl yn syn. O'n Delaney. Agus Shehe. Rod McCannon na Colombo. Calais dianta Barry Brown. Saitis y drawn. Ach, anna Pavoil dianta rymish ag cwlboide hwn yn awl. Barry Brown agus wytys gysw ddystach gyda Grod McCannon yn ffarn y gwael tochta na Colombo. Gwyd glwt gyda Shane O'Donnell. Sheena Machdashta agus Pally Shraum agus Will Colin Parkinson Gortahe Homale Shane O'Donnell on vertical Gortahe Shane O'Donnell and son Shane O'Donnell vertical agus Shahe Ruhishtach Shane O'Donnell agus Gola Fakta and son again Colin Parkinson Stachson Ocht agus vertical Lana vertical Shintir Adolov Shane Colin Parkinson agus Corlaish Ochor Mertica Shane McDonnell Darno a bhíocha Edaus le Donegal na Clegadi agus na Shaskadi agus Sinead an na Honadathe agus iad imníoch ach Shane O'Donnell Cartgalore agus Colin Parkinson Eirihan Hassan Choma Washin Bertica T Lenon Teraig Sachlothe agus an Kaunas Fawr Egalish Sachlothe Gadisa agus enim Colin Parkinson a dal Lauren Voltoro an Sonnadirn se enim Curtis a Laurige agus Serkick a Hokig David McGinley Farnev Aunain when an Varna a Lido agus an partner score a Raimshu da hit Connell Schnee David agus the Sinead score on partner Colleen da Donegal David McGinley agus Sosta go Maile sin Chéad Colini idir na fórne agus Shahe Robert Darby on Maile fiún Laois Shachar idir nún saí Sára hana after fada Brian McDonald Gimmer Danava Lena Ketoik agus Passmag a Niall Collins Sára Higa Desson son again Ní Hollow Hagerte Híl Chara Rory Sweeney agus Shahe Barry Monaghan McDonald Monaghan a bhí chuid aus le Donegal Leod McCannon na Columba Winterstach agus sin inis gotí Joel Carr seans agus seo gotí Mlátasach David McGinley an bhaid sé scór Anna Hansige mí Hollow Hagerte Farna Gaeltachta ach iirecht Sárathe agus plantamach ag Robert Darby Noel Garvin a Councilna Caidige Das Anna Chombracht an de Bline Noel Garvin gotí Kevin Fitzpatrick ach tá buited ag Shane O'Donnell Bundalráin Builtige sin gotí Micheál Hagerte Híl Chara Lántasach Bóla gotí Rory Sweeney Shahe Rory David McGinley Steph gotí Paddy McAfee agus Anna Hansen is ag Kieran Brown ach an pass mi hamúl agus Sinead Padraig Langton a glan na caide an Mick Fitzpatrick tapig go bhóid ní bheith mar sin in nummer go passála a déantan son ag Tír Chonel agus an pass dérig mi hamúra ach tá seansa go fós tá siad fós ar an saí an gic te Bline David McGinley Tá had méadar amach túra sé fé scóra déirn I Jonah Carnoige agus Shahe Paddy McAfee Barry Brown har meis gotí Barry Monaghan Lena Ketoig a lagéirecht do Barry ní bheith sé sásta le sin Barry Monaghan McConnell agus ní móna sásta a bheith sé leis a Gaunson Himar sé an nudig choma agus ábhain ile éireann leis na caidim scoilinige agus Prévola agus Rahola agus Schnee Robert Darby Barry Brown amach gotí Rory Sweeney Paddy McAfee Joel Carr Roada céim na lága clé Únsathe aníon a bheith dúna náil ach nílín críochnú ónta go fólín I rénos mar sin héin ní deanach chéad Colini fan dédig agus má hagan fásid a naimsú lídó siad a bhearna Noel Garvin Laois Páirce Laoise go dtí na chomhlachaí an captaín Martin Delaney. Danny Dú go gimmert go maith. Meachtasteach a rúthar agus a cnád leis Éamonn Redden. Danny spot na caiide agus anna lasca steach Joan Choúil anna chultúrach agus anna chóil an leis an rifseiste sa carnoid ní raibh Kevin Fitzpatrick. Anna chóil Kevin Itson an chaid buirtesteach a Joan a carnoige agus Fitzpatrick in léana choran a bóla istechan líontáin. Mar sin, Fearfort Laoise, anna hásta lei sin. An pat na cúl, an chaid buirtesteach a Joan a carnoige an cúlbáire deargaí bóla amach ach Fitzpatrick léana choran istechan líontáin. Mar sin, bear na bhúr agus anna Walson éireag Noel Garvin. Bear na bhúr idir na fódna agus gan meach 7 nómatí díag. Tá mianach a dír chonneile deirtarlim, gohfuil an mianach últach an teachtaí ar dhéanamh, Ronan Mulligan go dtí Éamonn Redden, agus Micheál Hégarta, Chiilchara, Febrú ar eis go dtí Éamonn Redden, agus seo Ronan Mulligan. Go dtí an Laois Páirce, Barry Monaghan. Agus Calais Dianta an son, Calais Dianta ar Feather Macaé, Serchic nó Héige. Sáte sa drám an sonnig Padraig Langton, mar sin Serchic de David McGinley. Hartleib ánáin. Drohiar an tuig sin agus Pachtaig Padraig Langton, amach go dtí Noel Garvin an Laois Páirce. Ó Naomh Joseph, anna bhasan éir agus bhí sé aus an ag Lochgarman, seo Stephen Kelly, a fuirin chiad chó. Trasn an son agus Sára Higadas an son, ag Gród McCannanáin, an Naomh Columba. Amach go dtí David McGinley agus glóiseach dhéanasach le céideag tír chonneil Rory Sweeney. Naomh Bríd. Istechanis go dtí Shane O'Donnell. McNoll. Seansach Shane. Ach Roada ar dheis. Ní bheith sé sásta leis a gansan. Mar a bhís ará níl tír chonneil Crín ó Naimsú. Go fód ní jeansach a síos a gap fós. Bheith bear na níos luatra. Dá Leid ook lucht aan de scorene, Rijmsjoe, agus voor de hero in een zon, agus het zo de Soel, wel, vnechtlichen alm, vnechtlichen een alm heen gestoch, agus takkejucht daar hoort te gestochen, daar organic, een alm, Allah naar huide. Agus Corleis achter het gat in de voorde, Martin Delaney, en verder weer korte in Murik. An farga bhfuil Craibh Lion ige le ráchuntaí Jeffrey iad fará le chunta na mí agus le chunta Laoise. Mar a bhí sé ar scoil na Padraig san nuamh agus Craibh Lion ige le luthisiúd agus Craibh Lion ige leis le scoil na mráithre Port Laoise chomá. Mar sin Corleis Correir agus cicimach a bheith ann de Robert Darby agus éisiúd sásta go má nach leon chógam histeach go fólaigh. Dúna náil a súil gnéid ó glóha mar bhí chéir chóil aimsúthis na chiad sícíon do chluhícha na hé cheamacha dar íomar idir. Níos túiscim líon an aigen dúin an aig rianacháin agus an aig éonsama. Ach sé héad Laois agus cógóiseach deas agus Niall Collins an eftirsteachan bhaid sé scór. Niall in a dalach, se héad Martin Delaney, bhí gorta hoichéanamh Lenach Tóig in trío polaí Lenach Tóig ag Martin Delaney. Ag gimmert an a bhaithniuh, captain na fórne, ag reach den ó matí le hama, agus Loch Laoise an a hásta le sin. Och gólíní inis, idir na fórne agus tícínacha a fachtaigh an Laois Páirce. Nómat agus fithe imar a mithe. Fachta go deas san éir an sunna, Kieran Brown. Go dtí Adrian McLafferty. Se hé Rory Sweeney. Buinte go Rory, a bhuiil siad frica an dalamh, déad am tóir ná fin. An Lán Foley an son, an Martin Buggy. Mithe I Joe an Taobhlíne. Agus Art McCrory dar nó, Trenálaí heroin. Agus nadidir éine go ag chlát le Brian Pachtianson, a dydy hasiad súd y caint, agus a bwynt sians again, Laois Corleis, anna chafoilig Robert Darby, agus an Lawn Foley, anna chafoilig David Green, an Lawn Foley, Éamonn Redden, Goody Adrian McLafferty agus Shahe Rory Sweeney. Panna Tevline Laois Dianted agus Anna Hongracht an Devline an Baltason ag Colin Parkinson. Agus an chic tóca hiag a tapig agus Donegal agus éad a dírig dollar in onsaí. Shahe Barry Brown agus Sir Chic nóhe ag Barry. Agus ag de Haydenson, Kieran Brown. Bega be siúd a hócach ach ní héad tá David McGinley teach amach an lánta sacha haig immer te stig sa chúni. Shahe David. Boston ef alnain. Búsa Port Charles árig. Wilte ag a siúd agus Wilte roada eris. Marshall, nídig David sásta agus ní dólm go bhfuil tosathe hónan áil róhásta a chairid. Leis an aimim siú sa chluthe go dísa. Ach cad é mar dhéfir i dhéanach sé dóp da néad óchlú ho cúl a aimim siú. Agus Shahe, Anna Bacay, Anna Glatach go dí, Barry Brown, mar sé sin cúl. Barry, Lennig i dóig agus Sarah McGinley agus Emeran le, Derek Conroy ag lan an a caide. Wel, bhí lehands ag Barry, bertas na cúl a hit tímpelid. Agus Shahe lán fóla i hónan áil, Eamon Redden. Jord McCannanine, Shahe gród a ríist, Farnaf Columba. Farna Gaptocht agus Ronan Mulligan inis. Nef Alnain, Washington Nef Alnain agus Club Nef Alnain. Wilte go dí Barry Monaghan an Farna Poitke. Agus Shahe Shane O'Donnell, Mac Newell. Nef Alnain Choma. Cehra Ro, Nef Alnain ag immert i'r evidence agus College Kilty diantar Barry Brown an son. Damen Aurus Mariella Shin. Sir Chic nóhe ag Barry agus becsúlig David McGinley a Venice Trinny an Baltasa. Agus David McGinley agus Sinead Fidin na mí agus iad súd choma agus iad a bhain haine was a lá an hui a séide tímpam na Parkinson mar a bhís aráile í Netherlam céile sin hoisí cabhrú séide ó cléige feim na lágadí sé ábhlín del Laois a láhan na huire. McGinley agus a ríist seacharán. Well, ní leon áil sin ó gánachsa inniu agus par a bhí annach rín go deo ag réabhóla. Húg neamtí fihid agus, well, scór an éisiil go deo ag tír chonil, mar hán lá, breáid sim chun caide, agus ábhírín beag ghuithe ag cabhrú le Laois a bhéan sa chéile. Agus iad a gimmert go maith, Colin Parkinson. Rory Sweeney, agine a harthaige ag David McGinley, lorg na caidir. Shahe Rory, captain of Fórne. Elmore fada. Shansig Barry Monaghan. Barry Brown, Edith Olive. Agus College Dianton of Joel Carr. Sha. Ganen Aurus Mariella Shin, Farna Gede Moistri. Agus mar a bhís aráile, beg a rifúr Emer, ag immert, sa chamórtas Shaftaron daibh, níos DNA, chamórtas an INTO. Ach, Sir Chic nóhe ag Joel agus David McGinley anna gesin isige a lá slí chun a bhearna a lídú. Counson buinte ní fear a David agus in isis seach gólíní atá idir na Fórne. Sinning recht céidir nómatí de le hama agus Donegal a maig na ghuithe iad seach gólíní chun deirig. Tachta go deasig Stephen Kelly amach go dí Colin Parkinson agus ruachar a dhéanamh Colin. Denny dú gur a hamachta á dhéchant le Denny Eamon Redden amach go dí Stephen Kelly. Stephen Lena Kitoi agus Ganano and Sunday Person Tory running out Will to go back Noel Garvin agus Anna Foley Noel Garvin on the Padlar Podke agus Gwe Sholta Leisha a lot on the way Noel Garvin Shachni and the dear Dish agus Hochrev Yeshkut Linege agus Imirin Cheshu Le Shincher Nev Joseph agus Shahir Dunanga the dear Gloshach for Lehele Adrian McLafferty Teledoris Fardar Evico a Grevola Kieran Brown a Machfidi Rory Sweeney agus What to stack Barry Brown agus Shahir David McGinley Gedi Shane O'Donnell agus a lot of the kind of Padam Murray agus Shahir Padder and Vaishe Should of Cole Well, and Should the Cousin Toady team political Robert Darby gan Enro Strain Shin in Eden Lea Parish a Dublin. Well, Lehan Sabik, Padder Mackay, being the Cousin Toady team political agus winner of the Hunchide in Eden Lea. Sair kick to Shane O'Donnell agus the Helle Eden the me and Sagas here the went long a soul. Asna Hemachti Shahe David McGinley David Godoruk Chef score and Mike the hit Irish and Lina are Shafron well Nilen all Tossa on an owl and Mike the hit Bingamet of Alak the scale of the Satarnala Nu de vegan roi e Caurulio, mar na harin si temple, mar hashi an hoogach, hansa a gaharu, rimische glohe erenos, a hosnige glohe e Caurulia Luish. Tachta gedessen sunnig, Ronan Mulligan. Ronan agus Edirige Fliegen of Schliegen of the Henry Wollapin to Martin Delaney. Dienten, on Sunday, Padder Mackay, Vartan, Marshin, Serkik, the Wochali, Ivoga, agus Sean Boyle and the Reached and Son. Train all in the me, is Stacha Joe the Carno, Gigas, Pachta Gadas, the Stick again, Bullboyde, David Green, Wiltamahagig, Shane O'Donnell, Mundoroin, agus David McGinley and Son, Panatevline, Joel Carr, Pachta Gadas again. And I don't have score all Rivla Hammer, Kieran Brown, Stackedy Joel Reish, agus Winter Barry Manahan, agus Callish Dienta and Barry Brown, good tapping a Machkedy David McGinley, agus Saul Higgett Clout and Sonic Derek Conroy. Anna Haig Derek, that no Gimmert, then Zio Blian, Athakele Lemanur Reish, agus Eshin Dienta Mahan Sonic Shane O'Donnell. Agus Serkik no hege, Shnana Hongra finish de Lehama. Agus Faraspar ma, e Kunta Leisha, Ochgin de Holini, a lot of the Huiri. And I don't let on an owl, score Kinuna Havaim show, Rev Lehama. Shane O'Donnell, Agus Cooley, Shane O'Donnell, Mark Noel, Canagarna Leto, Goody, Shaq Coolini, Farne Valnine. Agus Denomati Fihid, Imra Mehe, Sikirla. Knukashadia, Agus Locht to Twishker, Locht Hero in and Son, good train. Agus Locht to me, Evna Kanalach, Agus Serkikele, Knohe and Son, Egemi Hollow Hagerta, Hilhaha, Agus so. Farleisha Shinta in a dollar and Son. Shin and Son, Colin Parkinson, Corleish after a shin, I guess Visha Shin got to his Tushke Homa. Could have Corleish Nis Tushke, and the Wilshahin, a Shane O'Donnell and Ike Hele. Shahid Tirkhana, the direct score, Elephos, I'm sure Rivla Hammer, played again at O'Clow. Padlar Podke, Walter Stephenson, Goody, Padder Mackay, the Savala Gadas, a Shahid Martin Delaney. Yes. Sunday to go Martin Delaney. And hit me him August. Donegal, Ronan Mulligan. Barry Monaghan, Goody, David McGinley, and Vaishe scored. I'll point to Gloat and Sonic, Chris Conway. Ach bachtar Ashika agus Fairkick. Nómad Gule le Pashtin on the Tifa agus Donegal agus Unsri a Yanov Holy Shika. The Dierig and Gardner a Lido Rivla Hammer. David McGinley. Bishay Eddie Hill. Dierig and Gardner a Lido. Shahay David. Oh, Nietzsche hostel is against him. And what row at the Irish. Well, Nilena Ole. Tirchonel se kiad lagas tá sé lehama ansa an adóg séte ag Niall Barrett chorcaí agus Donegal anna hásta fad lehéin agus sinné Kevin Fitzpatrick a raimsig an tarna cúl da líisinsa sa chluthe ag fágad na páisce ag lehama agus punta líise anna hásta lehéin dó cúig ag líis nád a cehead ag Donegal.
Yes, Laois leading by 7 points at half-time, and I'm sure that Laois supporters watching our transmission so far will be very pleased with that and entitled to feel to themselves that their team is going forward to meet Kerry in that minor All-Ireland final. Still, half an hour to go in this match. Can Donegal turn it around? We'll find out after the commercial break.
Pritt Correction Roller. It's dry, it's clean, it's smooth, so you get a perfect finish every time. Pritt Correction Roller. A quick, clean and accurate way to correct.
Mr. Soft, won't you tell me why the world in which you're living is so strange? Oh, Mr. Soft, how come everything around you is so soft and rearranged?
Bite through the shell of a Trebor soft mint and everything turns chewy and soft. They're crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
Get Football Mania, your free glossy magazine in the Daily Mirror. Plus, score an unbeatable 1-2. You'd be mad to miss it. Free in tomorrow's Daily Mirror.
Free in Tralee. Concerts from the Saw Doctors, Big Country, Daydonan, Dolores Keane, Sinead Lohan and many, many more. The Rose of Tralee Festival, August 23rd to 29th.
Bruce College, one of Ireland's most prestigious private colleges, is now enrolling for its Leaving Certificate courses. Contact Bruce College, Dublin, Cork or Limerick.
New Dalmio Prima uses extra virgin olive oil because it tastes so good. It brings out the full flavor of juicy tomatoes, roast onions, fresh garlic, herbs and spices, and is the essence of the healthy Mediterranean diet. New Dalmio Prima with extra virgin olive oil. Bravissima.
Everybody knows that milk's for babies, so charming, disarming, whatever they do. Everybody knows that milk's for babies, and when you know it, baby, milk's for you. Soft baby skin, strong baby bones, bright baby smile, and ooh, great muscle tone. Wouldn't you know it, baby, milk's for you. It's a health kick, baby.
Farmers, look up whenever you're using high machinery, pulling high loads or handling pipes. Look up and stay safely clear of overhead wires. And on the ground, take proper care with electricity. Only use weatherproof fittings, outdoors and in farm buildings. Use properly earthed sockets, never light fittings. Don't try to repair damaged flexes, replace them instead. And remember, domestic fittings must never be used in farm buildings. Farm well, farm safely with electricity.
When you're tempted by something particularly tasty, a wee small voice usually says, "Naughty?" Well, McVitie's have had a brilliant new idea. Using all their baking know-how, they've come up with an altogether healthier approach. Go ahead, Baked corn and potato chips, fruity things, biscuits, fruit chocolate and cheesecakes. Up to 97% fat-free. So go ahead with McVitie's.
You have to go a long, long way to bake a better biscuit.
Welcome back down to Croke Park, and so the Artane boys band are down in the middle of the pitch at half-time in the minor match, and in that minor match it stands Laois are beating Donegal on a scoreline of 2-5 to 4 points. That is a 7-point advantage to Laois. And Martin McHugh, who joins me here on the panel this afternoon, along with Tony Davis, I'm sure is one frustrated man watching that first half of football.
Yeah, very disappointed, Michael, from a Donegal point of view. But actually, there was much possession at least in the first half, but they're trying to walk the ball into the net, the first pass, instead of taking their points from further out. If they take their points, they'd actually be level with Laois. The goals are most of the difference in the end of between the teams. But really, the right corner forward for Laois, Brian McDonald, has been playing well, and the midfielder, Martin Delaney. But Donegal now put Jared Canning, who's Donegal's best player, back on McDonald now, and he's Coltano. But when they end up, they should have taken the scores. When they look back at that game, that first half, they maybe should be even ahead at half-time.
I do take your point that they are wasting chances and wasting possession, but this is a good Laois team, in fairness.
Yeah, the first 10 minutes, the Laois team looked like they could play, as we were saying up here, they could have played against more senior teams in the country.
Yes.
It's a very, very strong Laois minor team. But when Donegal got into their own, they won more ball around the middle of the field, but they're basically trying to walk the ball in the net. Instead of, as I say, take their points from further out and keep the pressure on. They'll need a goal really to get back into the game in the second half.
I suppose it has to be said, Martin, what they are doing in terms of the amount of possession and little passes and so forth around the place, but getting no penetration. It's not unique in Donegal football.
Yeah, well, sometimes Donegal, maybe people say play too, but they're actually playing completely short football. They're not taking the ball at all, and they're going nowhere with the ball. Sometimes they're going backwards. Somebody has to take on the initiative of taking a score from further out the field. Like Laois are doing at the other end. Every time they go up the field, they're taking their shots at a few wides. But at that level, you have to get, players have to be prepared to take it on themselves to kick scores from 30, 35 yards, because they're capable of doing that.
Well, Tony Davis, when it came to getting goals, as Martin said, Laois did not have any problems in this department. We're going to take a look at Laois's first goal now, and you might talk us through this one.
Yeah, well, this is Laois's first attack in the game, really. And as you can see, different at Donegal, Laois had a cut every time they went forward to try and get a penetrative ball into the full forward line. And Yent was a kind of a fortunate goal. He just picked it up and shot it into the back of the net. But this is something Donegal haven't been doing. They haven't been taking their players on. They were passing the initiative from one to the other and not taking the initiative and shooting themselves.
That's a fine big Laois team as well. Like, they're a good strong team and they're able to get that kind of possession.
Oh, they are. On the evidence of the first half, it's one of the finest minor teams I've seen in years. They've really played very well, and Martin Delaney at midfield is a genuine article, a very, very good footballer.
They've dominated the first 15 minutes so much, Tony, that in fact they've gone into a little bit of a lull, it seems to me now.
Yeah, the last 10 minutes really they were kind of asleep. They were waiting for I think they were waiting for Donegal to come back at them, and it doesn't seem like Donegal will come at them. Donegal aren't taking the responsibility. I think then they're waiting for David McGinley to kind of take the game by the scruff of the neck, and he's not. He's actually playing around midfield for the last 5 minutes, and they need him in the full forward line. But it's no good being in there unless they let the ball into him.
Well, Martin, Donegal did come back at them, but when they did, in fact, it was Laois that got the next crucial score, which was their second goal. We'll have a look at this. And from a Donegal defence point of view, this wasn't exactly too clever.
Yeah, again, it's a ball. The full forward, Danny Duke, takes on Eamon Redden here, and he kicks the ball across. A dangerous ball in the square. In this case, I think David Green, the keeper, shouldn't have come. When there's a defender going up, the goalie can't come because he's leaving the goals. There's nobody in the goals there, and all your man is doing is he's coming in the ball. He has an initiative to get the fist to the ball. And I think that David should have stayed on his line and hope the Shane O'Donnell, the fullback, who get his fist to. Because if a goalkeeper comes in that case, he has to get the ball, otherwise the ball from there. When he comes, we see it here from the camera in the goal. The minute David goes to the ball, he's got to get it, because if he doesn't get it, the ball's going to end up in the back of the net. And played the corner forward, Kevin Fitzpatrick, he took his goal very well. But we're not creating the same chances up at the other end of the field, and that's just because we're not letting the ball in the danger area,
Okay, if Donegal are to have a chance in this match, obviously they're going to have to make something happen in the first 10 minutes of the second half.
Yeah, it's going to have to happen for them in the first 10 minutes. You see them here coming back out in the field. They're going to have to say at half-time, look, let's go caution to one and give it a go. And, I mean, every time Laois went forward, they looked dangerous at him. And Donegal overplayed the ball, allowed the defenders to get back and get in tackles on them. And they're going to have to be far more direct in the play. If they're going to play that short passing game, they're going to have to play it direct with support play at speed. They're standing up, taking the ball instead of going forward, speed. If we watch Tyrone in the next game, they'll be taking the ball at speed all over the field. And if you're playing that kind of short game you play, you've got to be doing it at speed.
Tony, from a Laois point of view, their mentors obviously will be saying to them, look, we're 7 points up at half-time, but a couple of Donegal scores and maybe a goal and everything could change. So they will now actually need to make another attempt to be emphatic at the beginning of this half.
Yeah, really they'll have to start as they started at the start of the game and take the game to Donegal. I think at this stage Donegal need a goal to come back into the game, and on the evidence of the first half they don't look like they'll score a goal. Like, if anything, I think any time Laois let the ball into their full forward line, they look like getting a goal or a point, and with Danny Duke, Chris Conway and Brian McDonald playing the way they are, I think Laois will pull ahead, and I don't think Donegal will get that chance.
Let's see what chance Donegal do have then as we pick up on the second half of this, reminding you once again that Laois are leading on a scoreline of 2-5 to 4 points, and we rejoin Laois O'Shea.
Gurma Haggett Michael agus Gá Ahrú na fórna hana héin tá Stephen Ward a gimmers de hir chonel agus Barry Brown imihid an bark agus tá Shane Hennessy takahe de bark da chunta Laois agus Jeremy Lever Baul keta e gemacht an bark ach tá Stephen Hennessy e gimmers de Laois agus den Lavelle an son Stephen Ward e gimmers de Donegal Martin an da Harusa nach Fydden imihid an bark tá Barry Brown a bhí gimmert ar na hat slat tá sé siúd imihid an bark de Donegal agus Jeremy Lever Baul keta imihid an bark ó Laois ón Delaney is cosúil Macle Brian Delaney imihid an bark den an rán óidí sné tá imihid ó Aidan Laois agus sné an son Shane Hennessy ón Bhreachmór agus an bhirtchéanna a lápáirce Martin Delaney agus Noel Garvin agus an bhirtchéannig tíorchonil chomá Kieran Brown agus Barry Monaghan agus an Multóid Niall Barrett Olaf Chyn an chaid a chahaban ard agus tús a chur leis a tarna le chun a gháileach cébh a dhéchant le Céirí sa chléir canis tús cura leis a tarna le góla deach san sonnig Kieran Brown agus an chaid go dtí Barry Monaghan seo Adrian McLafferty go dtí Rory Sweeney captain a fór nach a iirecht súd sáirithe agus an tunnadaí Shane Hennessy Sirkick Knóthe ag Shane Hennessy agus mar sin Fear Laois Colin Parkinson bhfuilteisteach ag a siúd sáirithe an son ag Rory Sweeney had meis go dtí Adrian Lafferty anún go dtí Ronan Mulligan David McGinley agus iad a dtíar ag glúiseachta chuir le chéile had meis sin is a rís go dtí Gród McCannanáin par na gailteachta agus Colleen Das ag an lecholaí clé Gród McCannanáin par maibh Columba gleam Colum Kill agus gan nach 20 second imihin inis a ráthúil athá idir na fórne sné a ríiste an preban na caide an son Gród McCannanáin agus á bóla go Das thar is a drasnáin mar sin tús maithigh Donegal agus sné tá buchas a tarna le Birta go léime le chéile agus a bóla na caide Lennon Oran agus Colin Parkinson a teachta dír an Arúdson seo he Colin Eamon Redden go dtí Barry Monaghan agus Calais dianta Barry Adrian McLafferty Mae bhánáin drochiarecht a bit well ní ha tá sí feachta go deasan son in an leig Joel Carr Juan Talún ag Rory Sweeney agus an dianta go deasan son ag an Onadaí Stephen Ward Seansa go siúd sáirithe go saráideach an son ag Robert Darby agus an chaid buit amach go deasa go dtí Padraig Langton ach drochiarecht ó Padraig agus cic taobhlíne a bheith ann do Donegal agus Gród McCannanáin a thug gin countsa mar sin cic taobhlíne do Donegal agus Onadaí eile i teachta de barc do Laois beidir Eddie Kinsella tí teachta de barc ach ní sé tacha isteach go fóil tá sé ar a líisteachan is Eddie Kinsella an tarna Onadaí ar a barc ag Laois agus Danny Duke go bé an lántasach Danny Duke ag gemacht an barc go certa cinné sin Rory Sweeney bhuilte ag a sin agus mar sin Danny Duke an son imihid an barc fear go raibh trí sé díag aimsithe rimis a láineh aige trí nómatí imar imithe agus áthúil idir na fórne agus an hoi Pederig gaharú timppul Iadar le bhfuil si puin cúnamh de hóna áil sa tarna le seo hé Noel Garvan agus Palístianta an san Éman Redden kick nó hé ag Éman Danny Dúb I méhéad an barcach ag gorstathe snéanta bhfuil sé méhéad dar nó ag gorstathe agus chunta Laois an ón saon san agus an tógánach Brian McDonald a bhí á sa chéad le amachchan san gurí Martin Delaney an stochans Parasar a bhí a bord sa chéad le agus an Darragh Vialis go bhfuil an cinne sin I méhéad a chuine agus seo hé Joel Carr gurí McKinley parta go asig Joel agus Matrish agus sú Palístianta ar Joel ní léon gáile sin ag Shane Hennessy Stolim go raig aine me Laura Baltóra ní a bhéon gáile sin an tarna balta well ní raig an táilis Chéirí nómatí imar a mithe agus bhí Hall Hagerton a gáilteachta Steach go dtí Rory Sweeney an captain Deisige sin seo hé Joel Carr Fasan an chúil agus Robert Darby agus fé brúd Stephen Ward fan a teh líne Lord McShannonine, good ass, good Kieran Brown. Agus McShannonine, a dhéanamh scór eile aimsú, an bhfuil sé get Anna Gachúlín. Ag gród McShannonine, fad na gáilteachta, agus san déanta go maithige. Cúd neomatí imire, imithe, agus an bhearna álaí dú, dí réir chéile, ag a tír chonel. Cúd Coolini, idir na fórna inis, Dishinish agus Shane Hennessy seo hé Shane Mechta Rúhar Hartnash go dtí Padraig Langton har in den ile agus Kevin Fitzpatrick a fuidir cúil an an bhaid sé ceann eile agus a Counson builte trasnaige go dtí Stephen Kelly go hád agus Colleen Das ag Stephen Kelly mar sin Shane ómatí imar a mithe agus an chéad scór sa tarna le ag Stephen Kelly ó Cumann Joseph Laois. Ráthúil idir na fórne ina thuid. David Green duine bhain nenúrtha ar a bhainnéal acu go bhfuil príomhile éireann na geiris na gaidim scoilena. An cúigear náfuil an dá Shane O'Donnell Adrian McLafferty, Ronan Mulligan agus David McGinley agus se headún an álar a bhfuil agus seans a scór ag a parna gáilteachta Padam McVeigh amach go dtíon anna daí an bhaid sé siúda agus nó ní bhaid thar sin líne ar seacharán Stansig Stephen Ward is ruthaisteachchan san ach ní raibh sé crín mar sin bhí deisig dún an áil agus Stephen Ward an tunna daí Hol a aimsú a bhfuil sé Counson roiada ar thaobh na láimh clé ar seacharán. Seach nómatí imire ó ráthúil idir na fórne. Anna bháil a ríis ag Noel Garvan san air. Ravaras agus a meachtar Rúhar Niall Collins Isteachanish go dtí Padraig Langton a meachna dusathe agus seo Chris Conway deisige Chris agus Colleen Das agus Chris Conway. Chris a ha gimmert ar an agatslach agus is riú blian I gimmert leis na minúid agus ina thuid á seach Golini idir na fórne. A meachta Stephenson, Padraig Langton a bóla na caide go deas go dtí Chris Conway, Chris a fiachanta Steach a bóla na caide idir na Coilín. Seo Kieran Brown. Hartnash go dtí Adrian McLafferty, ní Hall Hagerton, Hil Hara, go dtí Rory Sweeney, na bríd agus bunta agad as agus seo hé Stephen Kelly a ní heach an tunna daoinis Shane Hennessy. Teachta Gaudir, David O'Hara, Hartnash go dtí Colin Parkinson, ceann Anna Ord agus Deisig Barry Monaghan Beidir, ach seo hé Ronan Mulligan, an a Rúhar a dhéanamh go Ronan, Cúgvéidir agus dahad amach leis go fóil. Dahad méidir go dtí David McGinley agus Shahé David a dúir sé go fóil. Ó, Míolis anna fólín. Ach an Míolis an trasnán a bhóla anna iarach David McGinley a ruhisteach agus Rathburn a bhfuil a trasnán agus Cúlín des. An chaid fachta go deaftan sunnaige. Bhfuilteisteach agus an trasnán bhfuilte agus imithe dá riman áde. Well, há iarach de ghéitach a bheith na gúil ag dún an áil a cha Cúlín as a dá iarachta go. An passa me himú agus a sér kick de Laois. Stephen Kelly agus onadaí eile teachta de bord de rún an áil sinné ó Breanain ordaratha farile óngailtocht de bord go ó Breanain agus sinnéad onadathe Laois a dhéh líine agus well iad sásta go bhfuil há hól idir na fórne. Mar sin ó Breanain take a bord agus bé Rory Sweeney beidir captain na fórne a dul Joe an taobh líne dul saol goí Anthony Malionson. Begint á ráigile le se tá sé méhead an bord cin captain agus sehiad Brian McDonald a tógánach lenach tóig. An tunadaí be teachta gaudir Shane Hennessy amach go dtí Martin Delaney well, níl Martin Crean a Baltason. Bhí sé radí ba chuine sa chéitne, go sé trí Cúlíní bratha lenach tóig. Déine ómatí an tarna le agus áthúil idir na fórne a gcónaí. Tá Laois dientan sanna Kieran Brown agus sér kick a bheith ann de Laois. Stephen Kelly an chaid caite i leataí bhige sin agus bé Chris Conway chuinnig count a thugant tá mud an lína cúgvéidir agus dahad. Ceann gar agus dra ceann agus sé Adrian McLafferty a teachtamach go dtí David McGinley. Lord McCannanain isteach go dtíon onadaí Stephen Ward ach drothíocht bhuiig siúd chomá agus sehiad Laois agus Colin Parkinson. Barry Monaghan a ball in the paddy. Stephenson go dtí Lord McCannanain. McCannanain go dtí Micheál O'Hagerty bert na bhilteachta le chéile Parcíl Chárach buinte go Dasanson ag Derek Conroy is dasmar again Derek é sin. Go dtí Niall Collins agus é féhrú agus an pas geala sin himú. Well, in nummer go pasála an son an as na gosan toidí agus Colin Parkinson a ball na caiide go hána bháil ag Noel Garvin. Parkinson sleánathe an son Shane Law agus Shane O'Donnell agus buinte de dalamh ag Shane mar sin sér kick de Laois. Padraig Langton an isise ha gimmert meas na dusathe ag Laois hosan sé mar hosan toid ach tá sé gimmert mar hosaí sa tarna le. Agus Martin Delaney captain Laoise lenach tóig Jonah Carnoige fakta go Kevin Fitzpatrick agus fáil sanna hábháil déantar san a míle bháidig cosan tóirí rún an áil agus Laois go tréan thóid cúil seo ó Breanain amach go dtí Barry Monaghan go dtí Joel Carr an a bhara na get him Steve Maclish go tapig. Punta the Laois ag Colin Parkinson Hard sé sanna lena láid sa drám ní cadathe i le héad a dhéanamh agus David McGinley an bhóla na caiide go tapig agus deise Kieran Brown agus tunadaí agus róada dheis well bhí anna dheis an son ag Stephen Ward. Sné an tarna iarach dó Stephen Ward ná aidiglis. Ceann na bháinid clé agus inis ceann ar gis. Shahe, a Machtastach and the Head Passalta and Son, Giddy, Stephen Ward, Agus Bulte, Roa, the Ergeshige, and Derek Viola, Stephen Ward, Ferro. Now, look at the Gimmer could say, and then she Derek and Varna Lido, Erdala. Machtastach, Shane O'Donnell. Wiltige, Agus, Robert Darby, Agus, Wilte Markama, Agus. Kieran Brown, Martin Delaney, but it's Tamar August session. The Anthem again, Winter Robinson, Shane O'Donnell. After Harnash, it's Hadleisha, Agus, Anafid, Passal, Anafid, go ahead and after Moog, Shane O'Donnell, Kalish, Selfik, Gnohe, Shane, McNoll. Noel, he'll Clogus Coilemach, the Hill Connell, Snakagadi, Snashaskadi. Ahead, there no, Shane O'Donnell. Barney Vaunine, Agus Cord Laishachor, and Shane O'Donnell. So it's like Carwidich Lake, Emmermehe, Agus Hall, Edern the Ford, Agoni, Shahe, reached Shane O'Donnell, and Son Agus and Halish again. Martin Delaney and Sonnet, Agus Gostihe, Savolok, Veda Gira in all that, and Willie for Shestaxanoch, os Kuna Willig and Ordidern. Agus Cord Laishachor, Stolm, Gamishe Cartgalo. And on Lanun to English and Immerstugus, Timple Caro de Hliginish, Egge, Donegal, and Tafterash, Hawhol and Deddick. Shahe, David McKinley. Rahishalagus Gagara, Joel Carr, Agus Serkikele, Erelini Hereveder Diagon Baltasar, Agus Dishele, David, Bedegadurok Shefe Hulin and Baltasar. Paul McConnell, Aiga Hurtiga David, on Lido Shen Varna, Weltiga Dassiga, Agus on Varna Lido, Gidi Kukulini. David McKinley, Nis Crine, Satarnala, Namar Visa Kiedla, he Reinton Mialish, the Kiedla, Osna Kick in the Sarah. Agus Reinton Miale, Donegal, Homa, now Rock Willie de Gimmert and Mike Nagihe, Satarnala, Homa, Leshikiedla. Hall of Hegerte, Hilhara. Eredalov, Shelev, agus Kalish Dientel, Ser Kick, doesn't Connolly. Carhill Hara, Mihal, agus Ganenroy Hennesel, Kick Gana or Wiltige, a Jonah Carnoige, agus Bertlish, Shahe, O'Hengasa, but he Barry Manahan, Shantige Barry, Lageracht, Robert Darby, Amachgadi, David O'Hara, and known Gidi Niall Collins. Emiroid Mahe Niall Choma, Spralish Dollar in Onsei. Fitzpatrick, Schlaune Hebuig, Agus Fachte, Ege, O'Brien, Orderaha, Serkick, does the Connolly. Shahe Heine Sheshu de Bar Canna, a Gravolo, Gidi Joel Carr, Gidi Fachte Harnashige, or Kieran Brown, Agus Serkick, does the Connolly. David Resfehen, Dokashen Council Topic, Ni Yannick, David McGinley, Tachtamach, Agus well, my Yadi Le David. Coolini, I'm sure, never had to Achede Coolini, Shachno Matedia. Donegal, Agus Eda Derek, Tachterash, the Clohisher. Partner Vaunine, Weltige. Roada Ergesh, Reinton Mialish, Congrach Comad and Guile, and Herno Wabidisha, Ach, Editor Mihert. Martian Susley, Horno Metia Guile Falker, Agus, Graim Ahmed, Edivara Sport, the Hukulini, Egaloish, along the Huidi. After the gas and Sonic, Patrick Langton, and he had a ton of the Eddie Kinsella. Uday Langton, Agus Shahe, Chris Conway, Agus Ayantlish, Ronan Mulligan, Mehemach Harish at Evelyn against Kitchlassa. Was na Connolly. Ronan Mulligan against Sinead Anthony Mully. Larno, a hug. Corin Sam Maguire. Petir Connell, then Gedor Riev. Padraig Langton against Eid Corrivarasige. Lee Shadirik on the Varna, Alidu, Buente, Roada, and him the Lord of Clay, Harish and Lina Ashafra. On Fikimach, Buente Gatapig against Portlish, Shafar, and Arlish, Howlandson, and the Devil on board, against Jan Roch to win. Could be Noel Garvin and Par, the Will Portlish Shafar, or Homan Yosef. Taraha Anna Thomas at Fatsenayer. Noel Garvin. A Cartcador, Eidihan Hasser. Agus Marshin, Kikimach, and a Huidi Vegan. Portlish Corred. Agus Kikimach Buente. Adrian McLafferty, Sir Kick. Buente Gatapigadi, Barry Monaghan. Agus Tír Connell, Derek. Eo Brennan, Ishtachidi Joel Carr, agus Sir Kick to Joel, agus David McGinley, and Willish and Council got happy, Cadena Shet. A lot of the Kaider, Mihalo Hager Stignach. David McGinley, Willish and Council, Edit Oliver Derden, Shat, Switzerland, 9 Omati Dia Grilly, Agus Deshelige on the Garden, Alidu, Bidi, Hericolini, Hausteine, Cadahar Lochs, the Denomati Dernach, Dine Ochlish. David agus well on me Eilish Bulte Roada et Cléige. Níche Crín in Ifige time Kinte Gretche Anna Crín Fad e Grevolo ach Níle Táilish a Bach Crópiginu. Agus vech sé siúd an rinne an Gúger a nára mé leis na gairim scoilena. Éidan hír Connell Marsin ní vecha tahíige e vecha gimmart sa Bach Crópig breder. Marsin Hain Anachad Shelive of Wachter against the Connollig. Agus Shahe, Adrian McLafferty, Barry Monaghan, Mihalo Hagerste. The other day, Huashat to Lake Hale, Lord McCannanine, Farrell Long Eltocht, Nev Columba. Anachad Pasala, the Connollig, Adrian McLafferty. Shahe Joel Carr, a Dorish FS score. Diana Gagas, Colleen Das, Joel Carr. Finish. No, but I guess fair. Kede Collini, Shinavalatra. The Connolly get after dash. Agus Leash, Agus the Derek, Nachtuntasig. Martin Begnan, 9 Omati Dernoch, Kinunoch. Descheligan, Eschenigishkent, Joel Carr, a Machtastach, a Ruher. Arna get a Marstri, Agus a Sturuna Kaidiga Cream, Arish Drasna. Adrian McLafferty, Gimmert Kamaroif, Satarnala, Anachat Sheliva of Wachter to get a pass on the head, and Lanamo, Agus Kalish Diente, and Vartan Delaney. Marchen, Sir Kick Tochtoch, Doloish, Sheliva, Agus Colin Parkinson, Farfort Leisha. I hope we can counter Dinner Leisha, then it's not Tussahe, Edadala Stigenson, Agus Ghanaian, Fell Team Played, the Bashin, Padraig Langton, Agus and Multoid, and after Staffin, Popolige, Lishna Moid, here Killag, Padraig Langton, Edadala, and Baltason. Well, Sir Kick, Evegal, Nyakadare, Shahid Colin Parkinson, Agus, Wiltigadas Stackedy, Chris Conway. And I don't just score. I'm sure. Drahirach, the Saval Wahanson, like a Kieran Brown. Martin, doing all the Derek, Washington, Lekele, Kalish Dinter, Stephen Kelly, went to get up again, trust on the park, a Shahik Road, McChannon, Farnlev Colombo, a Maclish Gama, Edo Devile. Dunboyd, they won an Ardan Oak and pass, Spintero, Egg Martin Boggy, on Togonach, Shabley and the Diag, Agasation, Dentagamahaga. Ghanaian Dawid, let's just say our kick, Niall Collins, a hope we can counter. Agus Raunoid Leishanson, Agus Banish Dawid, Gabriel Lawler, Agus well, already in the Beder, Gawil, Dunan Owl and Rachel Colini, Roy Shahe, Chris Conway, Fitzpatrick, Emi Hawoig, agus Fachtig, Eamon Redden. Eamon Fevru, Congracht an Devline. Agus Kenny Haro adige, Eddie Multoid. Marchin, Sir Kick the Leash. Stephen Kelly, a hoping counter. Sinead Stephen, had the Vacliniga. Kerry Coolini, an Ido Glish, and Varna Aviado. Lena Katoig, Joe the Carnoigi. Agus Parta Gadas, Adrian McLafferty, agus Sir Kick, Dustin Connolly. Wiltig a Tapik, a Macri Ronan Mulligan. Gary Kieran Brown, Harnashkiri Mulligan. A Chachta Machkama, Agus Gutchain, on Hyde, Winter Gokalisha, Sir Kick. Marchin, Kerry no Matafi had no Marchin in him. Agus Kerry Colini, in the phone, Agus Shahe, E. O'Brien, Padnagar, Hachtagamahega, Gadi Joel Cow, and Raisha Ruhar. Joel Lamaklish, Shamachta Ruhar. Agus Anish, E. O'Brien, chance at hold, E. O'Brien, Harald Raha, Padnagar Tochter. Agus Anish, Steel Atra, in Holodoin. Tikemach, Wiltig a Topic, Agus Sineadanish. On the here Connell and Lasser Savarach, and Cholina Vine in the phone. Noel Garvin, Calmore Fada, Eamon Redden, a cousin Gamadas the Connolly, a Macri Ronan Mulligan, and Farry in a Rohar, Agus of Nohigan Sir Kick, Agus Parallel Olish, Edit Olive, Shinte and Sagas, Gorte, Agus a Mohalor Parke, an Emmert Statahe. Agus Besha, Derek Conright, Gorte Hakshahe and Cole, Joel Carr, Ruhishtach, Bull na Kaide Lena Horan, Gudi E. O'Brien and Tonadi, Hugadar Report, Puerto Gohishal, Eshtach Gudi Kunia and Leon Toinige. Agus Derek Conroy, Lacholi Lloyd, Leisha, Corlish, Cora Ershin, Hognamati Hawka, Agus Kademan Chevegwin, and Hulina Vine, Eder the Forne. And a Hachtanier Gajo, Dienta Ektir Honel. So Tarnala, agus yet Yelroch, and Magna Gayhandala. And Tyler and Baltason, Heideroyle Rashig, Shahe Joel Carr, a Korok, agus Ayantish, Colin Parkinson, Joel, Anna Chrion, Fachta Gamahage, a ball in the Kaide, Harnashit Sonagus, a Maclish, a Ruhar, Shane O'Donnell, left Drohirachwig, agus Shahe Niall Collins. Count Belfad agus on out in the ruling and Hyde, Kalish Diente, and Niall Collins, Sheshta, on Hyde Wola, Kieran Brown. Agus Kieran Brown, agus Enim, Adol Elaur and Voltora, Inish, Mariella Shin. Shane O'Matifi hit Imra Mehe. Agus Shahe Inish, Niall Collins, a Machtastach, agus Fachtastach Sonochten Sonige, o Kieran Brown. Agus Enim Shoot of the Laur and Voltora, Agus Corlaishachor, Niall Collins, Fargawil, Anachid, Unsahe Diantige, Anachosin Diantige the Leash, Agus Fargar Brolish, Dol Edenunsae, Agus and Skylan Mooranson, Oskun, Stigalar, Nukkashady, Agus Riot Gan Haishach again, Agus the Winter at Twishkert, Galad at Son, Safnuk, Agus Schneanson, Gabriel Lawler. Imnius Munaro Evanishid, Shane O'Matifi hit Gully, Emihe Ed Moradoid, Deshik Leish, Ed Kurlishan, Gulinchin, Chris Conway, a Hopigan Sir Kicktoid, Jason Halish, Evadianter, Niall Collins, on another and a Hooligan High. And Lina Kugvedagas Dahad, went to go hard, the Step Joe, Hooligas Katrine, Colleen Das, Chris Conway. Chris Conway, oh, Thorsten, Flipfield, Agus Session, and Diantagadas again. For a Harish Drasnan, Agus Emilio Nebliana, Americ, Trev B. Line, Buetiga, Agus Shahir Donegal, Agus Gerald McShannon, Stachkadi, Shane O'Donnell. Wilted Sonic, Kieran Brown, Calmore Fadagadi, E. O'Brien, and Fred Cole, on White Clonelle, E. O'Brien, and Stachan Sonagadi, David McGinley. Overdin Maul, the Derek Heide Council, Joel Carr, Shansiga Shoot, Lenny Katoik, Anna Stigginson, the Meal of Ordig, Niall Collins, count on the Hochtach, Niall Collins, Goody, Eddie Kinsella, Diantagadas and Son, Kieran Brown, Agus Shahe, Antonadi, Stephen Ward, and Macbidi Joel Carr, Wiltic Joel, again, Holy Line, after finish, Joel Carr, Pardon the Getty Morstri. Agus Sinning recht gewoon om het, no beter zien om het hier de kant schrijven. In Goline Wijn, in de Fordne. Agus Descheligan, on Hyde Bultigadas, on Son, O'Hagerty, Gestachgadi, on the Stephen Ward, agus in Neden Leg, Joel Carr, Joel Harrishadrasnan. Laois Shellif na Kaide, and Mahal Parke. In Goline Wijn, in de Fordne, agus Art Felladoid, Art Cousintoid, Adrian McLafferty. Amach Stephen Ward, I give it to Maha Shade Park. Michal O'Hagerty. And make Joel Carr tapping a rohin ni dolum gemeg. Machine kickslasse evegan the leash. Agus Colin Parkinson a hoping council. Agus big Radam an a gas dolda imido de chlohe. Radam Coran Holamaher Orhe eg John Highland. The Loy Holoy, Palish Hittishe, Barry Monaghan. A Derek Tid Honella Ferrer and Unsay, Shane O'Donnell. And Will College Dinter, Neil, David McGinley, a ball in the Kaidestach, Padder Mackay. Anna Hossin, Dintig Louis, Agus, Anna Verticht. Agus Shahe Podrick Langton, a Maxna Dussahe, Saparnala. And Owen Son, Brian McDonald, and Togon, a Cork, Ronan Mulligan. Anna Chora Catherine, McDonald, agus Anna Yasserfa, Council of the Hall, and again, College Dinted, Butchestackety, Noel Garvin, a Dorish FS goal. Trasna, McCarnoige, Podrick Langton, Butched. Marshin, Teal Connell Cousin Kamagas, Gerard McShannon on, Derek Dollard and Unsagedy, A. O'Brien, Shohei A. O'Brien. A gimmer Kamagas on the Chlohisha, Anna Meetis at Tarnala, David McGinley, and Vaisha Show the Colleen Coascoil. Well, Neil Founder to Fulhe, a top found on Son, a Road McCannon, Neil Talish. Road McCannon, Farnay of Columba, Glam Colum Kelly, Agus Denomate Fehed, Agus Imni, Inish, Erno Connolig, Yading Rap Colleen and the Leash, Agus Denomate Fehed, Emremehe, Aha, be never started head fact Tamalin. Marshin, Bultamach Galar Parke. Agus Fachtigadasik, David O'Hara. Stair kick, talk to Gnohege, the Hunter Lisha, the Guhali, Ivorgo. Derek Conroy, Count Father, Brian McDonald, Shahe, Road McCannon. College Dinta, Erbrewit. And Slayer kick a tapper, Kieran Brown. On Mick Deschelic, Shahid Laois, Agus and Tunnedy, Hennessy, Shane Hennessy, on Vrech Moore, Nashkiri, Colin Parkinson, Shahid Colum, Laois Derek, Matt Huntusig, Derek Dalgary, Trev Canis Hayden, then Gio Baltarev, Agus Deshik, Stephen Kelly, Wintigashin, Sorahe, David Green, attack the Maclehe, and Cole Boydie. Well, and Todd, Tier Connellig, Shahemi Hollow Hagerta, Parky Hora, Wintigashin, Barry Monaghan, Deschelic, Tier Connell, Shahek Road McShannon, Farnagal, Farnay Columba, a Dullestach. On pass, Joel Carr, a Dorish FS goal. Joel Eridalov, A. O'Brien on Lasmova. Agus David McGinley, Shahe David, on lawn to Sach. A Gerig, Veded, Sir Kick, or no who. Stefanish, Michal O'Hagerty, Parky Hora, Eridalov. Agus College Dinter, Parky Hora, Michal O'Hagerty, Farnagal, David McGinley, a Hogan Count Kenunachsa. O'Hano Mitle, Kush, Widachlig, Emremehe. Agus Kicksayer and Countess Tochty, that dog David McGinley in Ov. Rodegan Roitig and Multorlish on Hick Dernach, a Dearden Cinemert. Rodegan Roitige, Le David McGinley. Good Gahashe Isha, Ochan Harisha Drasnan, Prin, Begriech Noch, the Forne, Echo School. Ian Colleen Vine, Honomet Gully, Le Kush Widachlig, Agus Onadi, Tachted the Bart, the Hill Hunnel, Sha Onadi, a Tachted the Bart, Chen Bader, Chen Aumavelt. Well, Chen at Sir Kickahogan, Shane Tevka with a ton of the attack ahead of board. Tasha attack ahead of board. Sean McGilla Owen, John McLone, Agus a Bay, Shane O'Donnell, Hamilton Borg, Sha on kicked up the head. Agus Farnay Connell, John McLone, Harnish issue the board, Gravel the Homa. Inish Marshin, Cuddy Yanashe, Count Fear Hochter. and kick him on better Saklohan, count the talk the Dodok Sharif. A ball on the Kaide, roll out the Tashi Sawal, Agashine, Tabuete, a Contalish, Le Colina Bowen. Agus, well, Nimola Sosta, avec the Conolik, the Shiginishin, Agus, Olaf Anna Fag, and Wally, John McLowen, and Tunnedy, Hogger, Edabard. Déanach nó chuin saoircic a thógant a chothar amóch an scórdóibh agus Amy Ábharach a ní bhuiite láidir a dóthaí agus Anna Ceiliúra ag fad Winter Laois ach Sinead David McGinley agus Anna Guimach ag fad Winter Laois agus iad Harab a sásta go bhfuil siad a greibh ceannis na héireann den díú báta riamh. Be siad á dhéchant le céirí sa chluthaigh ceannis agus an darad bhíáilis na Conolig a tháinig ar eis go tréan agus a chail le Colina Bháin an scór dearnachansa a héana hocht a dó a hocht ag Laois agus an buacha le Colina Bháin a thír Conil héana de a cosúd.
Well, Laois, as we predicted at half-time, into the All-Ireland minor final, but surely to heavens, not in the manner that we had anticipated. Donegal are entitled to feel very, very unlucky with the way that match worked out for them. Well, sitting beside me here in our presentation box, along with Tony Davis, we have Martin McHugh. We were talking to Martin at half-time, who was looking depressed, but he was jumping out of the season that second half. I'm sure you're very disappointed. It was there for the taking in the end.
Yeah, it was definitely there for the taking, Michael. And they put up a great second half performance. They came out, the two costs and the one, they done everything right. They had 4 goal chances, we only got 1. That was a difference. Laois took their 2 goal chances. Johnny McAloon came on to take the free at the end. He scored the free, the equalising free, the last kick of the game, and the Ulster final. So everybody in Donegal was hoping he would do it again. It's hard luck. There's no blame to him or the lads. They tried very hard. If they get the second goal, they'd have won the match. But a great second half performance.
We're going to have a look in a moment at the Donegal goal in that second half, which is a score that you badly needed. For the moment, Tony Davis, I know you're finding it difficult to hear me with the big cheers down around the stadium at the moment. But let's just talk about Laois for a minute. This is a big day for Laois football.
Oh yeah, very much so. Even though I suppose you could say they were fortunate in the end to win, it was a great performance by them. And to have some class acts. Martin Delaney, especially at midfield, is one of the best minors I've seen for a long time. He catches the ball well, supports us forward, and got 2 or 3 good points from play. Chris Conway and Danny Doug as well played very well. And Brian McConnell gave his marker an awful third time as corner forward. I think they can look forward with optimism going into the game against Kerry. They shouldn't feel under any pressure. They're as good as any other team around. And if they just believe that they can win it, I feel they have the personnel to beat Kerry, because I don't believe it's a great Kerry team.
Tony, thank you for that. Martin McHugh, while Tony was talking there, the big welter of noise behind us was the Greeks, if that's the right word, the Meath team out onto the field here. And now, of course, we look forward